Howdy, my name is Samuel Falade. I am a graduate student at Texas A&M School of Performance Visualization and Fine Art, and I'm also doing my PhD in interdisciplinary engineering at Texas A&M. So for the assignment, I would be choosing the problem solving skill, and I would explain. So I'm going to go ahead explain the problem I'm hoping the students solve, and how I think or how I think mobile devices or mobile learning can be introduced into making that learning an easy task for the students. So the problem I'm choosing, so the category of student I'll be choosing will be probably second year veterinary students who needed to undergo some form of training on how to operate on small animals. So say, for example, cat spaying. So you have a cat or maybe a dog, and you need to either remove the ovaries or just find a way to, especially for stray cats, where you don't want to just have a population of stray cats growing, so you want to make sure that you're able to control how they reproduce. So basically what the operation entails is you put the cat in under anesthesia, and then you do your operations, open up the cat, remove or tie up the ovaries, and then close up the cat, and then you can do a post-op. So for example, here is, so part of the problem that, well, maybe not a problem, but part of the things I see is, number one, and even according to the book, it kind of talks about, oh my God, did I have this one? Yeah, okay, I do. I'm sorry. So part of the problem is that students don't want to make mistake, and you don't want to make a mistake on a live cart. So you have this cart in front of you, you're doing it maybe for the first time, even if it's for the fifth time, you've not built your confidence enough, you could make mistake which you would not normally make. And that is not an indication that the student does not know or they don't understand what needed to be done, but maybe they just don't have enough confidence, or maybe they need to practice more, and you don't want to experiment on a live animal. So the approach, or what I think in this kind of situation, is to kind of create a virtual reality application where the students can actually come into VR and then perform this surgery. And with a game, you can do it as many times as possible. And I recall one of the statements that really jumped at me when I was reading that book, was that many students don't want to fail in class. They're scared of failing once, but when they're playing a game, they don't really care. They can use up as many lives as they can, which is like a similar approach in this matter. So for example, here is what cat spaying looks like. I think this is actually a dog. Yeah, so this is spaying for a large female dog, and then you want to, after the student has undergone all the theories in class, they know what they need to do, they know how, theoretically, they know how to do it, but it could be a whole different ball game when it actually comes to performing the task in real life, from identifying the right tools to be used to actually performing the operation itself. So, and here on the other side is a virtual reality sort of application in process. We never completed this, where the students can actually come into virtual reality and go through the necessary steps as though they were actually operating on a real animal. So the first thing you want to do when you enter into the operating room is to set the table, increase the height or decrease the height of that your operating table, such that your elbow is at a 90-degree. That is when you start operating, and a number of features can gradually be introduced depending on how sophisticated we want this mobile app to be. For example, looking at this one, beyond performing the operation on the cart, blood coming out and all that, we also kind of built in a system such that for maybe veterinary students who are just starting out, maybe they've not even been introduced to the whole idea of surgery itself, they could actually still engage with the application and learn about the tools or the internal structures of the animal by pointing, or maybe trying to name it, and then they point and then they see what the actual name is. In a way, this is also, I believe it also would kind of reduce the cognitive load on the students. They're not under pressure, and with time, as they practice, they get to understand what next to do, and it's as though they're actually doing it in real life. And by the time, hopefully by the time they actually get to perform the spay on an actual small animal, they have enough confidence, they have enough experience to actually perform that operation. Thank you.